It's been one tenure already, one term of the MPP. You've entered a second term.
Yes.
How do you feel the MPP is faring in this second term? You've been bruised and battered with all kinds of allegations. The corruption perception indices have not, worked in your favor. 43 to 43, your score there, just a bit of an increase in terms of where we are placing from 75th to 73rd. Then we have COVID, then we have this e-levy whole bit in there. Doesn't look like things are the rosiest for the MPP.
I think we underestimated as a population the cost, the economic cost of recovery from the impositions that our health needs forced us into. Because when you stop production entirely over a long period, what you do is that you disrupt supply chains. You even disrupt demand. So recovery from that. Let me give you an example. You may have somebody who has some capital who travels across the border to Togo to buy handkerchiefs to come and sell in Ghana. While the Togolese border is closed, she squandered her capital. Not because she is not careful, but because she has to spend money on her needs. So she squandered her capital. Now, at this stage, if you happen to open the Togolese border, she can't go out there and do business. So she's literally indigent through no fault of hers and through no fault of government either. It is something that has imposed a condition on us. It's the same with somebody who goes to China, but for electronic transactions, the person cannot fly to China for a long time. Aircraft are grounded. So capital being spent gradually, and it's all gone by the time the world is free. So now that person's ability to consume has become restricted. And people like that have dependence. People like that have dependence. Performing people who are seen in Ghana have dependence. So if 20 such people are out of business, then it means you are looking at 100, 200 people not being able to buy food regularly, not being able to take transportation, struggling to pay rent, being able to participate in the marketplace becomes a problem. Their kids' basic needs and all that. So
I'm going to interject here, not because, but yes, all on the back of COVID, right?
Yes.
And that is one point that people have made. It appears all the woes of our economy. People have said that we're already struggling in terms of our economy, even before.
But that's where I was going to land.
But
that's where I was going to land.
Here's the bit that is not peculiar. In other administrations, they've had to battle with HIPIC. The Akufo administration had to battle with that. Yes. The John Dramani Mahama administration had to battle with, power, Dumso.
Yes.
I mean, how excruciating would that be on an economy? But they braved through all of these, whatever the metrics. And it appears you are riding on COVID to say that just because of COVID.
HIPIC was Ghana specific and other countries in the same situation as Ghana. It wasn't worldwide. It wasn't a pandemic.
I'm merely saying that.
Yeah, I'm answering that. I'm answering that. People are comparing. No, they are not like COVID. COVID brought the entire world to a halt. Because of COVID, cost of transporting goods from nations to other places, including cost of freight, have tripled and quadrupled in some instances. Because of COVID, major people in groups have lost access to their jobs. Because of COVID, like I explained, people who would otherwise...
Wasn't that a similar effect when we had Dumso? Where people had to shut down business, where people for hours on end, days couldn't get electricity
was not worldwide,
to run. I mean, it's not that not...
Dumso was not worldwide, so we were not importing inflation, rising prices. Dumso, we still could trade with the rest of the world. So it depended on how you managed yourself. If you could afford to buy a generator or something and buy fuel, your hotel would still run, but more expensive.
When you look at the inflation across the sub-region, we're not faring the best. I think apart from Guinea-Bissau with a 9-point-something, we had 15-point-something.
Yes, but you see, we need to...
We're probably the worst performer in the sub-region.
The Ghanaian economy is very interesting. We are doing better than we would have. And the rating agencies say that. The strength of our economy pre-COVID, if you've read all their reports, is what carried us through COVID so that we didn't go too far down. And it is what is rebounding us faster than several countries in the world. You understand? But the reality is what I'm trying to explain to you. How does the small person recover their capital and become economic players and participants again In the interim, there's a lag time for that recovery. Because even if government is supporting, like we are trying to do, through CAPBAs and loans to small scale sector and all that, those things are policy positions that filter through and trickle down. So you need lead time. You understand? So that lead time has given us a difficult time. In 2021, it was extremely difficult. And the president acknowledged it all over. In 2022, we stand a better chance of reflating the economy because worldwide, everybody is deciding that we have to live with COVID somehow.
So on the back of all of these things that you're telling me, if you had to give a scorecard to your own administration on a scale of 1 to 10 in this second term, what would be your score for the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government?
In this second term, first year only, given the struggles we've had with COVID.
Up to now?
Up to now, but we just started the first quarter and we are waiting for our e-levy.
Right.
Given the numbers in Parliament restricting our e-levy and all that, we are still keeping the ship together.
Your score would be what?
We will be fair at a 6.5.
6.5?
Yes.
So that's 65%?
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click the bell icon and get notified every time we share something interesting. We would love to have you on